Jezebel, but ain't no getting out the game like you mungie. You take that oath, it's a done. You try to deal death to a priest, you won't make it out in one. You ain't gonna bet so you can stand. Just make sure you got say your name 3 times, it is death to her. So how you feel about this truth, how this show? Ain't it like you think, nigga? I should want out. People go this show, and no one said they hate you for my name. You better keep it on. Ain't no more guessing, ain't no more questions. Make sure mine, and I'm tucked away like George Jezebel. Murder for capital I's, murder at the Capitol. The world is amazing, we like fuck a break. It's a race. I pity those watching life as it goes. Be giving mercy in his life, I don't know why. It comes smoking. The dead on my brother be the dead. It's all I don't get the photo salute, my nigga. Salute, but they like how you say focus. I was motivated because of you, my nigga. Brotherhoods and weapons still got weapons on the scene. Yeah, and I never do my niggas like Bishop Valley, don't believe. They under anesthesia. Shorty said she leaving, said she wanna let that love. But if I bring you my bed, that's some blood. So, how you feel about this shit? Ain't it like you think, nigga? I should want even your own people go this zone. And the Lord said they hate, so you better keep it up.
Ignite your desire for something.
I'ma show them it's a different. I'ma only say this, better listen. When West is where it started, so you know that's where it finished. We got one main objective, complete the mission. We explaining what the who, lead them bitches and they feelin' snub on me. Only time I put my nose inside your business, I don't want my gun to show, so I wear my shirt big. This is our world, cause if this was your world, I'd be the villain. This whole block down, all I gotta do is finish up in mad shell drums, turn your service Sunday dinner. You don't live here, you visit, it's my shit. I don't do lean, Lobos in my cup is what I'm sipping, I don't do drink. I just say a prayer going in and all work out, you know this ain't for play, this ain't for fun. I've been doing this shit, niggas know that I'm the one, shit can go on in your yard. You would think I keep the pun, you would think I had a flare gun on both you niggas run. They like, he an Israelite, all he rap about is guns. Bitch, Israelite, they own a lot of stuff. This nigga said, who them watch the grind? Yeah, you must be crazy if you ever get the shop in mind. Knock all of the chains out you niggas, make them drop a dime. Taurus hold 12, then it's not a me off. Get me in my bag, make me drop a bomb. Drop a nuke, make the world freeze. I can stop the time. Watch what you do, cause once you do it, you can't press rewind. Purpose, I do the opposite, so nigga cross the line. Different. I ain't on point kids, you think I rap. Turn to a vegetable. Lead this nigga cabbage patch. Know them niggas with me. If you see them, then they got my back. Got it out the mud, big stepping. You can see the tracks. Follow me. I can teach you something. Have receipt, relax. If you gonna speak on anything, just make sure it's fast. There's a difference. We are not the same. I won't notice that. Pay attention. Watch how we move. We can know we can't hang around all real niggas and we move as this ain't Fortnite. Get into it, ain't no 1v1. Smoke out, you can't take it in with your lungs like about warfare. We just making love fun. She asked what kind of oil I got on. I told her, give them some. That's the only real niggas left. You better get you one. Chicken shop, giving out wings if I pull a jaw. Different, you better watch your word before you eat your tongue. Scrape the whole plate, not a trace nor leave a crumb. Ice falling off the watching chain. I need to say my name, I will eat them. It means everything, so I don't eat with them.
Care instructions format.
This is the ISUPK, Commanding General Yohana. Started out out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. This is the Monday night ISUPK Kentucky history class. Priest and Officer Zabak Yasharala. My topic for tonight, I'll be talking about the history of women under the Jezebel spirit and the Jezebel spirit. And of course, I will do down according to my topic. So here lately, it's been a hot topic going around with Jada Pinkett Smith and how she keep dogging Will Smith. So, Jada, it's like she just man for whatever. I mean, we only can go off of the things that she displayed at her so-called round table, things that she displayed in certain little interviews, but really, really deep down, we don't really know what goes on behind closed doors. But for the things displayed throughout years of Will Smith, it's like, I kind of look at Will Smith as being, that's like, I kind of look at Will Smith like being um, Charlie Brown, how he was with, and how Lucy just kept doing Charlie Brown so wrong, and he just take her back. He was back. But I have a little clip where, but it's so much streaming on YouTube about them. It don't even make no sense. Say that in Hollywood that they were swingers. And Will Smith, he is not no bad looking dude. As far as like Jay, they lifestyle, their lifestyle is crazy. Lifestyle is crazy because they are prominent acting. They have money, they have fame, popularity. You name it, they have it. But their marriage is still took its course because the one thing that they don't have within their marriage, they don't have the law, statutes, and commandments that is from the Most High to tell Will how to deal with his wife accordingly to what the Most High God said. They just going off of what's going on, within this world. What's going on within this world. And Will has given her everything that he possibly give her, according to what he knows or what he think is right. But deep down inside, this woman is damaged. Like she just don't want to, she just don't want to be Will. She just don't want to be obligated to saying that, Will is my husband. She don't acknowledge that. She she doesn't. I'm talking about she's just trying to tear him down and, Will, you just keep on. But just something inside of him that I don't, his kids, I don't know what it is. I don't. I'm not a mind reader. But I'm like people in society. I'm on the outside looking, she can sit and say this and say that, but Jada, if you really didn't want to be with Will no more, you could have just left. You don't have to keep badgering this man, you're just trying to tear this man down. You're just trying to tear this man. I'm trying to tear this down to nothing. I mean, mere nothing. And I have no type of respect because I haven't seen like a few episodes to where you get him. He haven't came on your show, the round table. You have humiliated this man. You have embarrassed to the point that it's, it's no coming back from that. It's no coming back from that. But I can say this. Me here that y'all have been swingers out in Hollywood. I don't know who I did was. I don't know who I did was. But like it says in the scripture, and I want to say Amos 3:6. I want to say Amos 3:6 or Amos 3:2. It say can two walk together unless they be agreed upon. So whoever I did was, at the end of the day, both was in agreement. Both of y'all was in agreement. It's no way that I'm gonna be a woman that you call yourself, even if it's my idea, it's no way that I can be with a woman, even when I was in the world, way before I came to the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter. That thought never entered my mind. That thought never entered my mind. To send me messing with another lady while another man is engaging. No, 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 no. But like I said, whoever I did was it, whether it was Jada, whether it was Will, both of y'all was in agreement. I can't believe that I really have concrete evidence. I want to say at one point in time, I want to say that I heard Will did mention that at one point in time. But set aside from that, Jada, the things that you've said and things that you have done, I mean, only you, only you, the Most High, and whoever you ran across knows. Will, yeah, has he done some things? Of course. But the point I'm gonna make is the things that Will have done, he never do with that, especially in public. He never got on live television and said, this and that and the third. How you have done him, Jada, he never did that to you. He never did that to you. Because had he done that, being that how y'all are in Hollywood, that would have been the talk. That would have been on everybody's mouth in Hollywood. It would have. It would have. Set aside from Hollywood, it would have been able to touch everything in America, including other states as well. And it's just It's just embarrassing, you know. Dude, I'm embarrassed for you. Embarrassed for you. Like that don't make no sense for the things that you have done. For the things that you have done for her. It really don't make no sense, you know, because she could have easily walked away instead of tormenting you, instead of humiliating you, instead of embarrassing you. She could have easily say, hey, you know, well, I don't want to do this no more. But it has been said that, and you know, I seen a little short tape on YouTube where she was being interviewed. They just said that they have been separated since 2016. So, you know, that's kind of like a little stretch. Ain't that far from being a decade. But y'all have gotten a divorce, even though, you know, Jada, you done gave yourself other men. I mean, look at what was said about you and August Alsina. And that was supposed to be being your son. Like, I don't, that type of lifestyle, that type of behavior, there's no discipline there. None. No discipline. You don't have no type of respect for Will. Forget Will, you don't even have no type of respect for yourself. So, you know, if you don't have no respect for yourself, how are you able to respect others? It's impossible. So, like it, Israel. Forgive me. Forgive me for yawning. Forgive me for yawning. Slave. But you know, set aside from Jada, you have a lot of women that like to stand up under this banner. You know, happy wife, happy life. You know, it has to be your way or no way. You know, a lot of y'all women think that y'all are the catch. A lot of y'all women be dealing with simps. A lot of y'all women like to be more so in control. Y'all like controlling things. When y'all can't even make y'all mind up about, you know, what you want to eat. Little simple things. But you want to control. You want to tell a man or be a man. But you can sit and faggot all day long and won't tell him he's in error. But you will sit and tell a man his wrongness. But a lot of y'all women, y'all like discipline. Y'all have never been humble by a real man. Submit. A lot of y'all like to fall under that banner. I don't need no man. No man can tell me what to do. You go straight to your job. And the minute your supervisor says something to you, drop your head like a super slave and get right in. And a lot of y'all women see what Jada is doing. A lot of y'all women look at crazy ass love and hip hop, want to mimic that. You want to mimic what your homegirl doing that don't have no man. That be the one who's everything. But the minute that a dude pay her some attention, she cuts you off. She cuts you off like there's no tomorrow. Treat you like cancer. But you know, Jada's not by herself. Jada's not by herself. But a lot of our so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American women, y'all got to straighten up. I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with a man leading you. There's nothing wrong with a man telling you when you are doing something wrong. That is not a form of control. That's a form of growth. Because if y'all can't grow together, y'all can't go nowhere together. It's nothing that y'all gonna do. It's nothing that y'all gonna do. And you know, and we as men, and we stop letting these hoes, they will stop being hoes. Real simple. Real simple. Real simple. And a lot of these, they just think they got it all mapped out. They really think they know what they're doing. And they don't even have a clue. They don't even have a clue on what to do, how to do it. As far as like, you know, really holding down the household, really. And even if, set aside from you not being taught that, you saw that. You might have saw that in the, might have saw that in your neighborhood where you lived. But our oppressor has done destroyed the mind so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American woman. They have. They have. It's like an oxymoron because you have older women who better, but to sit and try to talk with younger women. But the younger women now these days, first thing they say, yo, who this bitch think she talking to? Who she thinks? She can't tell me nothing. She can't. But even though she has a man, she is telling younger women what to do to maintain a man. If you get a man, do how to do it, when to do it. Because they don't want y'all ending up like them. Ending up like them. And to me, that's a real sisterhood. But that's something that the oldest, older woman should tell a young woman. But a lot of y'all women don't know y'all worth. Because if y'all did, a lot of things that y'all go through. A lot of things that y'all go through, y'all wouldn't even go through it. Y'all would be on top of y'all game. But I'm gonna jump into this article, but I had to play it off of my phone. And you know, and this but the title was talking about, you know, what I'm gonna play off phone. It talks about how Jada Pinkett Smith embarrasses Will Smith again. 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 And you know, like I said, it's like I like a Will Smith like being Charlie Brown. Once again, you don't let Lucy make you look like a fool. Continue to make you look like a fool. Continue to make you look like a fool. But in this brief little segment, you know, it's disgusting. It's go this dude things that's pertaining to Jada and Will. But while I'm on this topic, I'm gonna say this here. My man Papoose was holding Remy down. Remy another one. Remy, you another one. You another one. I don't know. And you know, Papoose, that's my man. I met Papoose personally. Was during this time right here, I was on the island. Me and him talking. I'm talking about when he tried to sneak a key in. I remember that morning when he came on the island. Me and him, we was talking. I was, you know, a little work detail. And they banned him off the island. I want to say they banned him off the island for about a year. But he had to come back. So when he came back, the Most High put us on same path again. And I was talking to him. And I asked him, I say, Papoose, I said, yo, man, I want to ask you something. But me and him, you know, we was talking a little briefly. But he one of them brothers, he got a calm spirit. If anybody ever met him, ever talked to him, you know, he don't let his rap career and him traveling, you know, doing what he do, he don't let that affect his personality. Let me say it like that. It doesn't affect his personality, but down to earth brother. And I asked him, I said, yo, man, I said, I want to ask you something, man. I said, between me and you. I said, did you really sneak a key in? He was like, yeah, man. He was like, yeah, but I really wasn't going to take the conversation no further. I just really wanted to hear because it was floating around on the island. You know, everybody got their own love, this and that and third. So, you know, I'm hearing it straight from the source. And I just looked at him. I said, maybe he might love her. But throughout the course of her doing her time, you never heard one thing about him. I never heard like him chopping it up with me, him doing this, going out, him doing that. Yo, held her down. He held her down. But her on the other hand, another one. You up under that Jezebel spirit. You done came out, you done got a little, you know, popularity that went through the roof. It way higher than it was even when you was in Terror Squad. It went way higher. You are now, way higher than when you was in Terror Squad. Even when you was doing your own thing by yourself. Where you are now, nah. You way surpassed where you was. But my point is, you forgot who was there for you. You forgot who was there for you, and that's rare. That's rare for a man to sit and not do nothing. But you know that goes to show just how much he loved you. That goes to show just how much he loved you. You know, but I'm quite sure if he'd have known, had any type of inkling that you was gonna come out and do what you did, I don't think he'd have waited on you. I don't think he'd have waited on you because it wouldn't have been worth it. It would have. It would have. But you have a lot of women that just feed off of negative energy to the point that if they in a relationship with a man somewhere along the line, it's, you know, you looking at the man like, you know, it's time for me to go. Whatever thoughts that run across your mind, you know, you say to yourself, yo, it's time to go. It's this and that and the third. But I'm gonna jump into this article. This article is a little informative, set aside, but like I say, it's so much it is so much. Everybody is talking about what is going on with Jada and Will. Everybody is talking about it. So, I just snatched up one of these stories just because I normally read like articles in my classes pertaining to my topics. But being that what my topic is, I felt like, this is something hot right now. It's like taking out a hot cake out the pot. You know what I'm saying? It's like holding a hot, but it's real hot right now. With this story. So, I'm gonna jump off into this story and let this dude do some.
Might I say you are a piranha? Loads and loads of content to describe a archetype of the modern woman today. It's the gift that keeps on giving because you are forever. You have a incredible talent in Will Smith. An incredible actor who has been consistently and thoroughly embarrassed, disrespected, and preyed upon by you. The thing is that...
And he had them been disrespected, them preyed upon, because she done preyed upon his feelings. She done preyed upon his emotions. She done preyed upon the mere fact of his manhood. Because, you keep testing him. But I don't know if Jada want Will to put his hands on her. I don't know. Because, you have some women that, even though they didn't grow up in that lifestyle, their mother, their aunt, they might have seen a best friend. So you have some women that they be ways. So, incidents like that, to me, it's like a cry for help. Because somewhere along the line, you up and jumped into. You didn't. You didn't. But Will, I mean, he'll wake up one day. I guess he's not tired.
Watch this platform, it gives us a set of behavior, a set of characteristics that we know to steer completely clear of. What is it that I'm talking about today? Well, Jada Pinkett Entanglement Smith just posted video of never before seen footage of...
Okay, so look, I want every homeowner who's here to tap into that equity.
So lock it, Israel. We'll try to bypass these commercials. But I'm going to see if I can show y'all this video. Tupac.
And Tupac, the same Tupac that Will Smith has been on record with saying he was jealous of. Were you ever jealous of the love Jada had for Tupac? Oh, yeah. God damn, dude. Let me tell you, that was in the early days. Yeah. That was in the early days, and it was like that was a big regret for me too, because I could never open up to interact with Pac. But she just loved him like he was the image of perfection. But she was with the Fresh Prince, So that was a huge regret of mine. I couldn't handle it. I was the soft rapper from Philly, and he was Pac. She apparently can't let the young man rest in peace and decided to use his image and his likeness and her experience with him to advertise her upcoming book. Again, putting aside any respect that she should be showing towards her now husband, Will Smith, the same Will Smith that walked up on stage at the Academy Awards
words and smacked another man in order to try to act like he thought a Tupac would do in that very situation. I'm about to play the audio for you just so I can continue to demonstrate how disrespectful that this actually is. But guys, let me just say something to you real quick. Again, I've said this many times on my platform. Who you choose as a significant other, aside to marry one of these chicks, is going to be one of the most important decisions that you make in your life. And whether you like it or not, the women that we choose are a reflection. And if she cannot uphold respect for us throughout the entirety of that situation, that relationship, throughout the entirety of that marriage, that you never should have chosen to the streets of when she came. If there's any doubt into the strength of their relationship,
he said it having the women that we choose is a reflection, and they represent, but you know, a lot of times we as men, we tend to overlook these red flags because the female that we are trying to pursue, you know, it's like, it's more of a lust thing than me trying to establish a thing of understanding. It's more of a, I have her, man, her body crazy, yo, she look good, yo, this, that, third, instead of you really getting to know this person. But, you know, it gotta be something that she has over on Will. It gotta be. Yeah, it's got to be something that she has over on Will.
Relationship, if there's any doubt into how much that Jada loved Tupac, all you gotta do is just point to this particular video that she never had to post in the first place. Look at the way she's looking at Pac to continue to embarrass her now husband. Look at the way she's touching on Pac right here. For damn, Jada, you evil serpent woman. But what gets crazier is the actual audio behind all of this. Listen to it. I guess that's why I didn't notice that police car. I can't play too much of it due to copyright, but listen. That's Will Smith. So this evil serpent woman was dancing with her then love Tupac Shakur to Will Smith. What type of dastardly human being do you have to be? You could at least change the audio on the song. No one would have known what you guys were dancing to, but you chose on purpose to upload a Tupac. You rub it all on his. My understanding of therapy just you talk to someone. Abs and shit like that. Looking deeply in his eyes the way that you are, with the Will Smith audio playing in the background. This is evil incarnate. Why would you choose to do this? You either just don't give a shit, you're psychopathic, or you have this much respect for your goddamn superstar husband. But gents, listen to me again. This is what happens if you pick in correctly. Look at our futures and our potential, our ambition and our confidence, so they can feel secure. But looking at their past, and the fact of the matter is that Jada has a past of doing this shit documented.
She's going to be at the red table. Would you say she's been instrumental in you and I regarding our relationship?
I would say don't just start from it.
Say again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
No, I'm not sure because she can go just.
Would you say
If that's not the look in the face of a beaten and disheveled man that doesn't even have control of his own household, then I don't know what is. This is the 1,000 yards to the married guy, the married unhappy guy stare. This is a man that didn't understand that a woman whose need to be will beat you into a verbal submission, one of which the male spirit is just not prepared for at all. Don't just start filming. This is one of the first times that we've seen Will Smith, the human being, dealing with being in his own household with his wife. This is not the Will Smith that battles the aliens. This is Will Smith that was portraying Muhammad Ali. This is not the Will Smith in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. This is Will Smith, the married for 25 years with a demon witch. Let's proceed.
My social media presence is my bread and butter. Okay, so you can't use me for social media and don't just start while I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
And the question about that is, how did this even go live? If she just recorded it, how did it get into anyone else's hand? I mean, she still chose to post it. Holy moly.
When I was young, I definitely think I had a sex addiction of some kind. Yes, that everything could be fixed by sex.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I actually don't look at it as a transgression at all. And I was really able to do some really deep healing. It was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
And I totally gave myself to years of my life.
Clearly, what happened?
And I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yeah.
You know what's the sad part? That even though she did it, she still throwing it, like it's nothing. I mean, it's, I had sex with him. I mean, she make it seem like, it was just almost as if she gave him a hug. But you done had sex. And you talk about how a deep healing. And even if like something really wrong with you, because if you think that you could heal somebody by having sex with them, like that's a sickness. That's almost like, let me see how I can say this. That's almost like a child pedophile, is the child for being young and being around a pedophile. Not even so much as even being around him, because a pedophile will make his presence known to the child by coming around them. But is the child wrong? Like she said and said that it's a healing, but you giving off sex. And y'all talk about R. Kelly. Y'all talk, oh man, the people y'all talk about. Let's get back on this.
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely.
The idea that everything can be fixed by sex is a mentality that doesn't make any inkling of sense. Oh, but wait, young boy comes with mental health issues and you think that anything can be fixed by sex. Is then the logic that sex can help mend young boy that's going through a serious time in his life? It's been right in front of us all along.
My grandmother taught me about self-pleasuring because she wanted me to know that pleasure was from me. And she taught me at 9.
That's it right there. Her grandmother taught her how to play with herself at the age of 9. So her grandmother lightweight turned her out. But then the thing with August Alsina, let me back up. August Alsina was going through something, and what he was going through, because he came out and said it after this whole little ordeal had came out about her sex with August Alsina. But see, August Alsina came out the closet. And August Alsina, when I say came, y'all know what I mean when I say come out the closet. August Alsina was humping on another dude. But this is the thing. Jada, you was already like turned out till you gotta have sex. You gotta have sex. So now, even though August really didn't know how to tell you what he really was going through, and somewhere along the line, he probably felt like by him sleeping with you, he could fight off that little lust demon or fight off the fact that he really had feelings for this dude. It still didn't work out because once the smoke cleared, it was found out that you was sleeping with August Alsina. August Alsina still said that, yo, listen, it's me and him now. So whatever you thinking, that was for your own selfish, greedy gains, you know, because what you're going to put in you. And then, too, to think about that, like, at 9, your grandmother had you playing with yourself at 9? So imagine what you was doing by the time you got 13. I can imagine. That's why you have always been so promiscuous. That's why you have all gone from him. Yes. Yes, you have always, like, and that's crazy. Your grandmother got you started.
The most difficult thing, now hear this, because this is serious. The most difficult job we had was to protect our children from premature sexual arousal.
I went on Willow's Tumblr. She was 10 or 11, and she said, Mom, and she's very matter of fact. She was like, I'm going to my Tumblr page, but as we're going to the Tumblr page, you're going to see stuff that has nothing to do with me. So I was like, okay, so she's just scrolling, and when I tell you I saw hardcore pornography, it wasn't.
Wow. Will got to his son. That's crazy.
It really wasn't. It's hard. It really wasn't. It was hard for you to be seeing that freaking 11 years old. Yeah. Tumblr, I believe that. No, Tumblr is more of the artistic aspect of it, though.
Not what I saw. Well, nothing artistic about that. I saw some. I don't remember what you saw. Yeah, what I remember graphic. What I know about Tumblr, I was like, Willow, and she was like, don't even pay attention to it. We're getting to my page. I was like, I can't believe kids are exposed to this on a daily basis. I was pretty disturbed.
With polyamory, I feel like the main foundation is the freedom to be able to create a relationship style that works for you. Also, doing research into polyamory, the main reasons why monogamous relationships or why marriage, why divorces happen is infidelity.
Poly was still cheating, just FYI.
How did you feel when I told you that I was polyamorous? When you were like, this is my get down, I was like, I totally get it. Wanting to set up your life in a way that you can have what it is that you want. I think anything goes as long as the intentions are clear. You know what I mean? To everyone, and to yourself. Really more to yourself than anything, right? And I know that there's a lot of beauty that that sits outside of the conventional. I had to hustle. That's what my life was about, because there was a certain kind of lifestyle of way I wanted to live. I never wanted to depend on a man to take care of me, so I was in the streets selling drugs. I never wanted to be married.
Did you ever feel like Jada was ungrateful?
Hell yeah. Told you guys before, if they come from a tortured past, tread extremely lightly, especially those that have not gotten therapy for the things that they have endured or the things that they have seen. This is the letter that Willow wrote to Tupac. Dear Tupac, I know you're alive someplace, and I think that my mommy really misses you. Can you come back so mommy and me can be happy? I wish you were here. I really do. And again, the question is what household is this when the daughter is writing notes to the first option?
One of the most heartbreaking moments of my life. You got to a point where you told me straight up, you were like, Mom, I have to leave here to live my life.
Totally.
And I remember thinking to myself, as devastated as I was like, he's right. Yeah, the time is now. He's 15, time for him to leave the house.
And I would have never agreed with that.
I told Will, when Jaden was smaller, I said we'd be lucky to keep till he's 16.
So to say that I am surprised that Jada Pinkett is now playing in Will Smith's face to this degree wouldn't be true. You would see this coming. Side note, it's absolutely crazy how much she looks like Jaden Smith right here, by the way. To all 28.5 women that actually watch this platform, do understand this. The most important thing that you do if you have a man and you want to be able to keep him happy, but do understand that respect is just not specific to how you directly treat him. You treat yourself and demonstrate yours. Because as we've seen with Will Smith, as we've seen with Logan Paul, how you behave will greatly affect us. And I refuse to stand by idly and let some of the biggest male figures that look like me be destroyed in front of millions without critique or criticism. Post this shit while still married to a man that has said outright how jealous that he was with your relationship with Tupac is vicious. You know Will is gonna get clowned for this. You know this is disrespectful to Will. You know what this does to his image, but you just don't care, and it's so incredible to see. Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all already know what to do. Towards reviews at gmail.com. Listen, you can't tell me Pac was not blown the doors off of Jada Pinkett Smith after watching a God video like this. I mean, play it back. Look at the way she's staring at him in his eye. Oh, hey, nice. This is actually my first time actually looking at Pac dance. I don't love them hoes. All right, let me get out of here. Guys, leave your comments down below. I want to see what you guys think about all of this. And I'll see you soon. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.
Yeah, this is one of the many stories talking about Jada and Will. You know, I mean, I watched it a little earlier, so I thought that, you know, it'd be interesting, which it is, because it included the kids. But, you know, Will's son, I kind of fought him for the way his son is. And, you know, when it comes to the daughter Willow, you know, as it says in the scripture, Ezekiel 16:44, as is the mother, so is the daughter. Because you blatantly heard her say that she really didn't care what her daughter does, as long as it's, with directions, something like that. But Will's son came out, say that he messing with a dude. Like, that's kind of crazy. You got money like that, you really not paying attention to what's really going on in your house. So you pacifying your kids through materialistic things. It'll just, like it says in the scripture too, a house divided will fall. And Will didn't have no structure in his house. Jada, she just gonna let them kids do what they want to do. But with that being said, if you gonna let your kids do what you got a little hidden agenda. If you let kids do what they want to do, that means that you can go and do what you got to do. And it's just sad because I don't think Jada would have been the way she is if it wasn't for her grandmother. I'm not gonna color code it. I'm gonna call it like it is, because if your grandmother allowed you to play with yourself at the age of 9, then your grandmother is a sick individual. Knowing that she is the grandmother, you expect that from out of like babysitters or you expect that out of babysitters or the next door neighbor. But your grandmother? Nah. Not big mama. Nah, not big mama. Nah. These is big mama's like almost like cornerstone of the family. But you know what? With that being said, what her grandmother did to her, she just passing it down because it was done to the grandmother. It was most definitely done to the grandmother. There's no getting around that. Because any grandmother that's in her right mind is not going to teach her granddaughter that. Of all things, probably ain't teach her how to do her hair, ain't teach her how to sit like a little girl supposed to sit, but you're going to teach her to touch on herself, play with herself. Yeah, okay. But I'm going to jump off in some of these scriptures pertaining to what I was talking about. Jada Pinkett Smith, dogging Will Smith from day one. It has been said that they were swingers, which is no better, couple that are highly recognized in the movie industry. But let's just stop and think. Let's just stop and think for a second on the stories that we have heard. And Jada being compared to Will don't even match up. Because I don't think that Will went through what Jada went through. So now, really hearing her say that about her being 9 and what her grandmother allowed her to do, she allowed her that because she showed her that. So if it was said that they were swingers, like I'm gonna take it that probably was Jada idea. Think about it. Jada started out when she was young, when she was 9. And set aside from her selling drugs, Jada probably sold some of that box too. Yeah. You know, Jada is disrespectful and disloyal female that has never had any type of love for her husband. She just used him for his status out in Hollywood to gain popularity along with security. But she has embarrassed him since way back when. She has embarrassed him. I mean, really embarrassed Will. Was really on the up and up, she would have kept the Most High laws. She would have kept them. But instead, she did. So let's look at Exodus chapter 20 and verse 14. Thou shalt not commit adultery. And no telling how many times she did committed adultery. And I'm not including Will, but I think Jada track record a little more messed up than Will. I think her track is a little more messed up than Will Smith. So I'm going to go to Proverbs chapter 6. Chapter Proverbs, verse 6, verse 32. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. I mean, set aside from Jada, you have women out here that have whorish ways that are married. And this thing of I don't care. I mean, no type of respect, not even for themselves. They even be indulging in adultery. Go to Proverbs verse 23. Verse 27 through 28. Verse 27, for a whore is a deep ditch, and a strange woman path. Verse 28, she also lieth in wait as for a prey, and increaseth the transgressor among men. So she increases the sin among men. Oh, Selaki Israel. This is most definitely Jada and other women under that Jezebel spirit. Proverbs verse 30, 19 through 20. 19 through 20. It says, the way of an eagle in the air, the way of a serpent upon a rock, the way of a ship in the midst of the sea, and the way of a man with a maid. Yeah, because the way of a man with a maid, you know, a man can be easily persuaded by a woman. I mean, it's just too easy. Verse 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. So the ways of a woman is never known. The ways of a woman is never known. I mean, but it takes a woman of a certain discipline. It takes a woman of a certain character to not even indulge in such things, especially if she got any type of love for herself. But this is for Jada. Salaki. This is the reason Jada and other women are separated and even divorced. Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 1. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with. And the way that she plucketh it down? By embarrassing her husband, by hanging out, you messing with this man, that man. You running with women that don't even have your best interest at heart. It's just, you doing things that is not suitable to your husband. Because what man gonna go and pay bills, do the things that a man's supposed to do, knowing that his woman is out here doing opposite of what a woman's supposed to do. There's no man really going for that. Proverbs chapter 9, verse 13 through 18. It says, a foolish woman is clamorous, loud. She is simple and knoweth nothing. Verse 14. For she sitteth at the door of her house on a seat in the high place of the city. Verse 15. To call passengers who go right on their ways. 16. Who is simple, let them turn in hither. And as for him that wanted under, she said to him. Verse 17. Stone waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. So she enticing him to come in. She's sitting around waiting. So this is the predator moment. This is where she's preying on vulnerable men. Verse 18, but he knoweth not that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell. Yeah, because living that type of lifestyle, you're going to go through hell. Because 9 times out of 10, all the men that she is preying on are married men. Because you have women that think like that. Like, okay, if I mess with a married man, then and then, well, no. Let me back up. Let me rephrase that. You have married women that will rest with a married man because it is something in them that draws them to that type of lifestyle. And the reason being, things attached, only sex involved. You know, they don't have to worry about him calling me or really like that. You know, just be a little, we do what we do. The only thing that, yo, how you doing? You doing all right? Everything all right with you? Boom. After that, you know, we getting it in, we do what we do. And you that were married that would rather mess with a married man. Because, you know, they say that they do what they gotta do and send him back home to his wife, which is sad, sickening within itself. But, you know, if Jada and many women like her, if they were, you know, if she was in Will's corner, if these other women was in their men's corner, this would have and still be happening. This would have and still be happening. Go to Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25, and verse 13. They say the grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her descendants will fatten his bones. You know, over a period of time, she doing right by her husband. She doing right by her husband. Her husband will. Her husband will pick up weight. Her husband will have a good long life because now he has help. And I'm paraphrasing when I said he has help like unto himself like no other. And it gives a man joy to know that he has a woman in his corner. I mean, a loyal woman, a respectful woman, a woman like Proverbs 31, a virtuous woman, a woman that is him, and a woman that is going to help build with him. She is going to help build with him while she is building him up. For all men outside of Will that slept with Jada and other married women fell short because of this. They fell short because of leaning on their own understanding for one. But when you look at Ecclesiasticus chapter 9, verse 8 through 9, it say, turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman and look not upon another's beauty. For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman. For wherewith love is kindled as a fire. For sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thy arms, and spend not thy money with her at the wine, lest thy heart incline unto her, and so through thy desire thy fall into destruction. No, you're not supposed to even sit and mingle with another wife. You're not supposed to be holding her. You're not supposed to do these things. Do none of these things. I mean, there's nothing wrong with like speaking to her, asking her, hey sis, how you doing? How's the family? But as far as like looking at her in a manner like you undressing her with your eyes and You sit and have like little small talks that will lead to something else. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. But for what Jada, sexual deviant, along with other women, there was no shame in what she was doing. So when you look at Ecclesiasticus chapter 6, 9, Salaki. Salaki. Ecclesiastes 26 and verse 25. It says, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. You have a lot of women that just don't care. They shamefaced it. Salaki. A shameless woman. A shameless woman. A shameless woman. And you see a lot of them with how they dress, how they carry themselves. Jada, among many other women, she was a shameless woman. She was a shameless woman because there's no way if a person got a problem that you think sex gonna heal that. You got to be some type of individual to think that sex heals problems. Like a person just want to vent. A person just might need some reassurance through a conversation, or they might need some insight on something. So I don't know how you would think that having sex with somebody will solve a problem. I don't get that. I ain't never thought that Jada Pinkett even think like that. I never even thought that. But some men are weak to a lot of women. And Will Smith, he one of them. I'm not picking at you, but you weak. You is weak. But Will, the best thing that'll help you right now, get in the ISUPK and command a general Honda. And you'll be taught how to be a man. You'll be taught that. Because somewhere along the line, Jada just do what she want to do to you, man. She do what she want to do to you. At any given time. But what's so crazy? Will, you went and slapped Chris Rock and you ain't even said nothing to August Alsina. But, hey. And now after all you done went through, come to find out you and Jada been separated since 2016. But for all these weak men that have fell short, this is for y'all. Proverbs chapter 6, and verse 24 through 26. Let me read that over. Some men are weak to a lot of women, but these are good, sound instructions that the Most High have given. And these are some of few. Verse 4. Hold on, let me go one. It say, for the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instructions for the way of life. Verse 24, to keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. Because, set aside from the things that Jada's doing, that's an evil act. Because you got to be some type of evil woman that go outside of your husband and sleep around on your husband. But you have a flattery tongue. You have a flattery tongue. And you're doing some strange things. Verse 25, lust not after her beauty in thy heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. So, you really can't look on no woman like that, especially if the woman possesses looks. Especially if she possesses looks. Especially if she is being a harlot. And when I say harlot, I mean a whore. So, can't look on her. You can't. Because somewhere along the line, she has a flattery tongue. And she going to say what you want to hear, not what you need to hear. She going to say what it is to take you, what it is to get you to come with her. In verse 26, it says, for by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. She'll destroy you. She will destroy you. She will destroy you. Because you are too weak to deal with a woman that has it on her. Will and other men are law. Go back to Ecclesiasticus, chapter 27. And verse 3. And this is something that this is a strong command. And it will was more into with the Bible. I mean, getting taught by somebody that knows the Bible. And the only people I can say that really know the Bible are the priests and prophets here in the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. Under Commander General Yohana. Ecclesiasticus chapter 27, verse 3. Unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, shall soon be overthrown. Has she overthrown this house? Yes, she has. She has overthrown the house, the kids, and Will. The son don't live there. The daughter, she ain't no telling what type of relationship she in. Will, there's still hope among other men. I'm not just coming at you, Will. All men that have fallen short, there's still hope. You got to do is come into the ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana. And you will be taught how to be a man. You will be taught how to be a man of discipline and order. You will be shown that there is a order. You have God, Christ, man, woman, child. You will be taught this. You will be taught this. And you know, like I say, get into the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana be the best thing you ever did for yourself. It would be the best thing you ever did for yourself. It would be the best thing you ever did. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, and buts. Because it's high time now. Y'all see what's going on in this world. Y'all see what's going on this earth. What's going on this earth. So, you know, you got to do yourself a favor. Got to do yourself a favor. Be the best thing you ever did for yourself. ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana. And with that being said, I'm going to give a courtesy salute to my brothers. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbarakatah. To my sisters, Yahweh Shemar, Elatham, Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Class